So there comes a time in every woman's life when there are going to be competing priorities. My name is Mandy, and I am a career coach and a writer, and I talk about how to find more creativity and joy in your life here on YouTube. And in today's video, I want to explore this topic of fulfilling your duty and obligation versus really going after your own creative dream. Okay, now I'm a bit of a weird one. I have always been someone who is very independent and always been wanting to do my own thing. I remember in my 20s that there would be other girls that I was friends with, close friends with even, who would say things like, I have always imagined my wedding day. I've just never been that person. I didn't dream about walking down the aisle or what it would be like to be a bride. I just didn't even think about it. I was often thinking about the books that I wanted to write or the businesses that I wanted to start. My brain was just always somewhere else. I honestly didn't even think about it. I didn't think about what obligation would look like. I didn't think about what being a wife or a partner would look like or what being a mother would look like. Okay. I'm going to be very honest with you and tell you now, either you are already in this situation, like you're in your 30s and 40s, and you're like, girl, I know you do not have to spell it out. I am living it. I'm here. Or maybe you're in your 20s and early 30s, and this is something you haven't experienced or don't even want to experience yet. Okay. But we are going to talk about it. I think a lot of us who were raised as like good kids, like good daughters, were sort of always pat on the head or always praised for being agreeable, right? For being friendly and happy and in a good mood and supporting other people's ventures. Like your kind of peppiness was a factor in your success, okay? And this thread, this element of, hey, if I'm just good enough, if I'm just agreeable enough as I get older, like life will just work out for me. Like that thread continues, okay? And there's two points where this can get activated. One point is at work and the other is at home in the new family that you create, okay? So at work, and we've talked about this a lot, right? But the at work tendencies are things like, oh, now I'm going to again be agreeable, be subservient, be the helper, be the note taker, be the person who is super reliable. Oh, you need help, I'm happy to jump in. No, I've got plenty on my plate, but I'm still gonna do it. Like that shows up in work, right? That people pleasing, overworking to burnout pipeline, right, is very common at work, okay? The other place that this is going to show up is in your family life, right? Let's say that you go the traditional route and you do find a partner and you get married. Again, you want to be a good partner. You want to show up for your person, right? And so as the responsibilities build and they grow, you also are the person who's like, oh, I'll make the doctor's appointment. Let me go to the kindergarten first day. Oh, I'll pack the lunches. I'll do all of the things for other people. Okay, these are both contexts where it's a kind of structure, it's a system. And it's very easy if you don't think about it, if you are not proactive about how am I choosing to show up in this system, that you can very easily get swept away and find yourself years later like, wait, why have I packed every child's lunch? Like, why am I the default parent? Why am I always doing everything for everyone else? Okay, it's because we have been trained that way and we have been rewarded for doing that over and over again. Look, the universe abhors a vacuum, okay? So in your partnership, whether it's at work or at home, in whatever partnership relationship you have, if there is a vacuum, meaning if you do not fill the space with your own desires, your own wishes, your own priorities, other people are going to come in and fill that and take it. Okay? This requires you to be very mentally strong, to be very aware, and to be very deliberate about how you spend your energy and how you spend your time. Your best energy and your best time should be reserved for you. This is not to say that you are not a loving mom, a loving partner. This is not to say that you are not involved with your kids' school stuff. This is not to say that you are not showing up for your friends. You are all of those things. And that is exactly, I believe, what being a woman is the capacity to be all of the things all the time. And it is because of that very nature, the interwoven, interreliant nature of being a woman, right? It's because of that that we take on so much. We are able to. That's how we're wired. But the problem is that we all only have so much space, so much capacity. And if you're constantly taking on other people's roles, other people's ideas, other people's priorities, your stuff is never going to get done. I started this YouTube channel because I wanted an extension of my thoughts. I want, this is for me, okay? No one else runs this channel. No one else has a say in this channel, okay? This is the one thing that I own, that I manage, that it is all me, okay? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Tomorrow is the first day of school, okay? So I'm already thinking, oh my God, all the things that we've got to do. We got to pack the lunches. I got to get a new backpack for my son. Oh, wow. Okay. I got to go to Walmart. I got to pick up my prescription. And then while I'm there, I'm going to get the thing for, okay. So what time is it? What time is it now? Right now, it's 10:50 in the morning. And I have to go pick up my daughter in 40 minutes. And my thought was, oh, let me use that time and I'll go and I'll knock out all the errands, which are 80% for other people, honestly. Okay. Then I was like, the fuck? I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because you potentially have 30 minutes where you can unprogram your brain to go get all the things done. And instead you can take a moment to add a brick to this thing that you're building, and this thing that you're building is your YouTube channel. Okay? So just a simple example of how, and I'm like, I think about this stuff all the time, and I still almost just like went to Walmart to get more cottage cheese. Like, that doesn't make any sense right now. It does not make sense for me to spend the best hours of my day pushing a cart and getting the cottage cheese rather than filming a video. Like, how does that make sense? Make that make sense. So it's in the daily life, we're even conditioned to just choose other things other than our own creative projects, our own things that are going to feed us, that are just for us. And listen, it's hard. It's hard to pick yourself. It is. Like, if you're on vacation and you're, with other family members and you're like, oh, I should be like talking to them, I should be socializing, but instead I'm going to go hole up in my room and like write a blog post. Like, that's hard. That's a weird choice, but you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to choose yourself. You have to choose your own creative projects. And other people are well-meaning, okay? Other people want to support you. Other people are here for you, okay? But at the same time, it's like, this is just the hurricane of life. This is what happens, right? There are demands, there are needs. And if you are the default person who is always taking care of other people, that's great. But you're going to find that at the end of the night, you're tired. And it's not just a physical tired, like you are emotionally tired because you haven't taken that moment. You have not taken that moment for yourself. And I really believe that this is like a reckoning. Like, this is something that you are going to have to face and come to terms with. I think that everything comes back to the relationship with yourself. So if you are struggling in a partnership, if you are struggling feeling like, gosh, I'm always taking the back seat, I'm always helping and supporting other people, that has actually very little to do with other people. That has to do with the script that you have in your own mind and how you are showing up. And I promise you that you can change that. You can literally change the dynamic of your relationship with other people. You can have a happier, healthier, more boundaried relationship with other people. On the topic of boundaries, I just want to say an observation that I will share that I'm not going to be too specific about, but specific enough if you are really thinking about this. Okay. So on the topic of boundary, I really want to bring up an idea that has been floating in my mind, and I just want to share with you because I feel like it's very relevant and timely. Okay, if you have ever been in a relationship with someone and you feel slighted by them, you feel hurt by them because they have crossed a boundary of yours, okay? They have been late to a meeting with you. They have said they were going to do something and they didn't do it. They criticized you openly and made you feel bad, right? Those are all boundaries. Boundaries of respect, boundaries of promise, boundaries of social niceties. Like those are things that may be important to you. Okay. Now, when someone crosses those boundaries, it feels like a violation. It feels like, wait a minute, what the fuck is happening? Like, why are you acting this way? Like, why do I like this is not okay, right? But it's very hard for us to put our finger on. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to think about that person, and I want you to think about their own relationship with boundary. Okay. Do they respect time for themselves? Do they keep promises to themselves? Do they have a healthy relationship with rest? Do they have a healthy relationship with play? Do they have a healthy relationship with creativity? If the answer is no to any of these things, it should come as no surprise that if they are not boundaried within themselves, if they are not able to create a clean container for themselves, okay, then how would you expect that they're going to show up for you? Okay, so this isn't about judging other people, but this is about simply observing their behavior with themselves. Okay, are they in integrity with themselves? Are they the kind of person who says something, promises something, and then doesn't follow through for themselves? Are they someone who is going to put themselves at the center of attention and not think about other people's feelings because they have centered completely themselves? If this is the case, then I'm just saying, like, it should hurt less because if that's the way that they are to themselves, then of course that's also how they are to you, okay? And I think that this is just something to watch out for. Especially if you do have a people-pleasing or wanting external validation kind of gene, right? And then someone comes along, it's like you attract them and they attract you. So you have to be very careful because also part of what, if you're stepping into a familiar pattern where you are the fixer, you are the helper, and then someone is a little bit more narcissistically grounded, right? Then that's just a pattern that you're falling into. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be about an awareness of, oh, wait, this actually isn't personal because look at how they are with themselves. I hope today's video was helpful. I will continue to show up. I'm going for it. I will continue to show up. I feel like this video was more honest, less scripted, and like, honestly, that's what I want. And I am here for you. I'm here for it. And I will see you soon. Okay, bye.